sources and origins of income in networking. Probably some of you also experience networking. Most of the people didn't see the legitimate, the genuine networking. That's why when I introduce Atomy to people, people already have some kind of a bias. Maybe the Atomy will be the same as others. Why? Because they haven't seen the genuine one. Even in Korea, mom, I tell you, we have almost 1,000 networking company, including the all illegal one also. Almost, mom, 900 already disappeared. Even among 100, still their sales is not growing. There are only few members who became successful from that networking. That's why when we talk about networking, many fail. Why networking company come out in the world? So we still have to go back to the history so that we will know what will happen in the futures. We learn from the history so that we will not commit the same mistake in the futures. During 1929, during Great Depression, it was similar to the corona pandemic. Many lost their jobs. So many bank got bankruptcy. That's why there's no more jobs. And for almost 10 years, starting from 1929 up to 1933, it was a similar situation like a corona pandemic that we experienced almost like 3 years. No more jobs. People are very afraid of the future. Everything was chaos. So we called it the Great Depression. Growing concerns about the futures derived the growth of the insurance industry. Insurance industry became very booming. Why? People are very afraid. It is actually exactly the same situation like nowadays. That's why many are doing the Bitcoin. Many are also thinking about something other than their jobs because it cannot guarantee their futures. Let's just think about that. In the Philippines, I realized it. Economic growth is quite good, almost like a 7 to 8%. Actually, the amazing numbers here. I realized in the Philippines, people actually earn money from outside of the Philippines and they bring it dollars here and money from outside here. That's why seems like Philippines seems like okay. But if you look at the China, China nowadays, almost 30% decrease, especially the properties. And also, if you see the Shanghai, many department stores close. There's no people. Why? Because of the trading situation with the USA, because of the protectionism, they don't allow other, especially from sources from China, to go into USA. That's why they are just fighting each other. Because the big country together fighting each other, so all the adjacent countries were affected. Even in Korea also. This first quarters, so many stores went bankrupt. They closed. They filed a bankruptcy. So during this time, people are very afraid of this situation. Even in the Philippines, I believe those who are aware of the futures, the reason why you also attend this meeting, the reason why you also consider it Atomy as your another source of income, because we don't know futures. That's why during that time, insurance industry became very boom. People usually transact with the insurance with just simple paper. At the time, there was a Harvard University student. He observed because the distribution process, even during 1929, 1933, was already complicated because of the manufacturing from the plant and also about the wholesale, retail, so many distribution channels, and it will eventually arrive to consumers. So this Harvard University student observed and he thought, what if we also applied this kind of insurance business transactions, we apply to the distribution channels. And then he had actually tested. And after that, this kind of networking method came out. Networking company from 1959, Amway is the first who took the networking method to their sales method. Instead of paying 30% commission money in the department stores, another 30% for the advertisement fee. We rather cashback money to the members and we increase the quality first so that the people can just tell out. That's why usually networking company products are good. There are someone who always looking for networking products. If something is not good, people will not tell out. Because of this method, very amazing things came to the world. That's why these three channels were threatened. First is so many distribution channels. They realize it. Oh, something is threatening us. Wow, what if just the manufacturing company directly cash back money to the members, create some bad news? and bad bias toward networking. Second one, manufacturing company usually pay for the advertising, right? So this advertising agent were threatened also. So instead of paying to them, that's why they also create some negative things about network. You know, the networking is like this. If we know each other's, even without asking so much, we will immediately buy from you, even though the price is kind of high. That's why something swindler appear in this kind of a networking. So through many, many years and crooked things, people usually have a very negative bias. The reason why, because of these things happened. Then 2009 in Korea, Atomy came. You know, networking company is similar to the also distribution. Networking companies also the kind of distribution. Why is it that so many networking failed? And then, like in Korea, almost 900 networking company failed. Why? We cannot just distinguish easily because many are failed. But if you think networking is also kind of distributions, you will know the answers. Let's just think about that other channels of distribution, such as Amazon, even Shopee, Lazada, Alibaba, like even the NCCC Mall, SNR Mall, the Choice Mart, like this. Simply, they failed to forming the memberships. Networking, usually they fail the forming the memberships. Why consumers are buying? Why? Why are you searching so much about the reviews of the Shopee? People actually want to buy the good quality. And then, of course, they want to buy much cheaper price, right? That is the consumer's intention. Why is it that other distribution channels was able to form the so many memberships? Why is it that their sales is continually growing? But why is it that even the first number one sales in the world of networking, like Amway, there's a stagnation already for 3 decades. Number one company in the world is only around $8 billion in the world. This top one networking company. Think about that. Walmart. What is their sales? $683 billion. How about Amazon? 500 over $1 billion. So you can see how big their sales is. You know why? Simply they were able to succeed forming the memberships. How they provide good quality, low price. But if you look at the networking, why so many companies fail? Because they fail to forming the memberships. Why? Their quality is high. We understand networking company quality is high, but the price also relatively high. That's why people will not buy second time. People will buy first time because we know our relationships. You are my friend, so I buy first time, but they will not buy second time and third time. They will not buy spontaneously. That's why networking company was kind of hurry. They made it membership and monthly quota. If you look at the Amazon and Shopee, Lazada, is there any membership fee? When you go to SM Mall, the cashier is asking you, Ma'am Annabelle, Ma'am Annabelle, your monthly quota is 10 toothpaste. Please bring 9 toothpaste more from there. They're not saying. Why? They provide good quality and low price. People will choose by themselves. That's why many networking company fail in these matters. In Atomy 2009, our concept is absolute quality and absolute price. Something Atomy CEO said very strange things. You know what Atomy CEO said? Our competitors is not networking company. Our competitors is a general distributors such as SM Mall, G Mall, Gaisana Mall, NCCC Mall, Choice Mark, SNR Mall, Shopee, Lazada, Amazon, like this. I was kind of bothered. You know why? Networking company, just common sense. In a common sense, networking company must compete with the networking. Let's say if you have a restaurant company must compete with the restaurant. Supermarket must compete with the supermarket. Is it just common sense, right? This just happened. But seems like a networking company. Atomy, our target is not networking company. Our target is supermarket, discounted department stores. Why? Atomy concept is absolute quality. We choose one product from one company, sell it to 27 countries all over the world. We lower down the price. No one can follow our price. That's why we actually have a 70 million members. Atomy was able to form the very strong memberships in the world. We have a 70 million members. 92% member of Atomy, they haven't received commissions. You know what does it mean? 8% of the people, they are think about business. It means people just want to buy the products. They don't mind about the point. They don't mind about the compensation plan. What is that? I don't know. I don't care about that, but never mind. Just bring the product to me. Because you know why? We were able to succeed to form the membership business. That's why this kind of company came to the world. Amway company is the first networking company in the world. They formed inheritance system. But you know, Atomy 2009, we want to rewrite the history of network. This something company appeared in the world. So it's not just ordinary company out of 1,000s. If something is all similar, mom, very special things appeared. For example, before there were so many typewriters, right? I don't know whether you know the Hamilton Olive tea. You know what is their concept? That company concept is who can create more pretty typewritings and also who can just make it more fast productions. There's a target. But you know, one day there was a guy, Bill Gates, appeared in the world and then he made a world process. So all of a sudden, this all typewritings company simultaneously went down under the ground. You know what I'm saying? His thinking was not just ordinary thinking. His thinking is not just one company out of many companies. Exactly happened to Atomy. Atomy CEO's thinking is not just ordinary thinking because it was just granted. That's why we don't usually appreciate. But if you go back to 2009, it's just company, something in a revolutionary site. Something changed from the previous, totally the new things. Again, we were able to save 30% distribution margin, 30% advertising costs. We were able to save 60%. We rather increase the quality of the products. Our material cost is a 47%. And we rather cash back because of the good quality and products. People spread by themselves. Atomy still cash back money to the members. That is a source of network. So Atomy's source of income is first cost-effective distributions. We were able to squeeze. Let me tell you the story of how we launched Atomy toothbrush. You know, Atomy CEO, he tried to use so many toothbrush from different companies. And then he found one best toothbrush. So he approached the company, which is a Diotech Korea. And then Atomy CEO already worked almost 20 years of manufacturing company, the engineering plastic in the car. So when he entered the factory site and manufacturing, he knows the material costs by seeing the factories. So when he see the Diotech Korea toothbrush company, and then he directly negotiate with the owners. I used so many different kinds of toothbrush. But among all the toothbrush, your toothbrush is the best. I want to launch your toothbrush to Atomy. Please sell it to me, lowest price. Make it 58 pesos. At the time, that Diotech owners already selling 100 pesos from different discounted department stores. That's why the owner of Diotech Korea said, no, we cannot do that. It's very low. I cannot sell it 58 pesos. You know what Atomy CEO said? He said, sir, please visit my friend there. My friend is selling the plastic material for the toothbrush. And I will give you the money upfront. You just calculate, I want to buy 20 million pieces a year. 20 million pieces a year? If you pay the cash, we can lower down the price around 20%. So you can still lower down the price if I give you money upfront. And also, sir, human's mouth is still the same. I will not change the other model. So you don't need to change in the molding because people usually change different design. So different molding, it means different cost. The cost will also increase. So Atomy CEO said, I will never change the model. So if that is the case, you can make the factory automations. This is how Atomy CEO approach. Not negotiate with the consumers, but directly go to the manufacturing company. Even the sales, how many pieces of the toothbrush I want to project in the future. And also second, passing on cost savings to the production cost. Another amazing thing, that kind of saving things apply to the products. That's why sometimes detergent powder in the Philippines, it was before 2.4 kilogram. Nowadays it became 2.8 kilogram, made the same price. What kind of company, Ma'am Annabelle? Please think about that. They increase sizes, made the same price. Also another things, we don't have managers in the inventory. So you don't need to pay for the inventory. Atomy is shortening the distance between consumers and suppliers. If the consumers buy through Atomy website, seems like Atomy consumers directly going to the inventory of the suppliers. So we just trust one another of the suppliers because we have some kind of a built up the trust. That's why we were able to save the cost. How Atomy managed this company is very strange. The reason why we put the CCTV, the fingerprint, and then we put all kinds of the time systems and managers. Why? We cannot trust each other. That's why we pay more costs. But Atomy is something strange. You know what Atomy CEO said to the toothbrush company? Okay, sir, you prepare certain levels. Whenever you prepare certain level, we will buy everything if you cannot sell it to consumers. But please, sir, don't make it so many. But you project it plus alpha so that it will not be lack of the stocks. You will always prepare the stocks. Once you prepare this amount in your inventory, I will surely pay everything. So this kind of trust one another save the money. It applied to the product. That's why we are always developing the products being the same price. Third, reducing overhead costs through the razor and blade model. You know, if you see the Atomy, how Atomy is running the business, very amazing. We have actually the Atomy book. If you have time, please try to buy the books and read it. You know what Atomy CEO said to the staffs in Korea? He said, best staffs knows how to remove their work. We thought adding more work so that you will deserve it that positions to get the money. He gives us illustrations. Did you remember before we used the smartphone? There was a 2G cell phone, right? 2G cell phone. And 2G cell phone, there's some kind of a driver here. Driver 1, 2, 3, 4, like this. So in order for you to open the battery, you actually use the drivers to open it, and you eventually open like this, right? And nowadays, when you see the smartphone, it already built in. Only one time, assemble it, right? No need of driver anymore. So it means they remove the work, driving work. Exactly same with Atomy also. We remove the work. In this way, they will reduce the cost. So if you see the $1.7 billion sales of the company, such a big and huge sales company running the business, if you see the general expenses side, Atomy is running around 4%, paying general expenses. Usually, mom and sir, networking companies spend almost 20 over percent for the general expenses. Why? They have their own inventory. They have their own manufacturing company. But at Atomy, we don't have because we choose only one company, one product from one other company, another product from another different company. We launch it. So we don't need to pay for the inventory. So we were able to save the money. Number 4, our source of income is absolute quality and absolute price. Source of income is not from your monthly quota, memberships, not from the consumer side, but we were able to manage a very sources of income. I don't know whether you know the some of the travel multi-level marketing. For example, mom, what is the source of travel multi-level marketing? Let's say there's a member sign up, but something comes up and they cannot make it. And let's say they made a reservation this day, but all of a sudden something happened in your family, so you cannot go that travel anymore, right? So it means you cannot refund. That money is the source of the income of the network company. So it means your misfortune is the income of the company, right? That is the sources of their income. You know, how do you know that atomic quality is absolute? And absolute price. If you look at our refund rate is only 0.12% or 0.19%. You know what does it mean, mom? The people in Atomy, they don't want to refund it. Why? Quality good. Usually, mom, this kind of networking average around 3.3%. But Atomy is very low. It means absolute quality, absolute price. Finally, mom, this one, let's say there's a current and wave like this. Very strong wave. And who can go against this wave? Let's say there's a wave starting from 2009, absolute quality, absolute price. Almost every week we launch the new products. Aside from the new products, we also have Ajamor. Ajamor is dealing with the general distributors. So many things are flowing. So who can against this flowing, right? So that's why Atomy will surely flourish even without us. I'm 100% sure this company will surely flourish. Why? This company is simply following the basic principles. What is the principle of the distribution? Because networking is also part of the distribution. Atomy sell very absolute quality and absolute price. Okay.